Welcome to the New Normal Podcast. I want to tell everybody thank y'all for tuning in. I am your host, Cedric Allen, and this is my co-host, Chris Wynn.
Yes.
Mr. What you be calling yourself? Mr. Pissy Pamper.
Mr. Piss Pimp. I got a lot of different aliases I use, but on Instagram legacy_made, legacy room vintage is the store. Shout out to everybody who's been shopping. We got the homecoming sale on the way. We got homecoming season on the way, which is my favorite time of the year.
Yeah, I'm liking that it's time to cool off a little bit. I'm loving that.
I'm tired of that heat, dog.
But this rain has been weird, especially with all the weird ass flooding they've been having lately. That's been crazy.
It's flooding. If you notice, it's flooding down. It started in New York, now it's in South Carolina. Now you seen it?
Oh, I ain't seen that.
It went from New York, New Jersey to Virginia. Mm-hmm. Now it's in South Carolina. Where you think it's coming next?
You think it'll be down here?
Yeah, Georgia. It only makes sense.
Yeah, they playing, like I said, they playing with the weather machine. They flooding it out. They know the infrastructure in America is bad. There's no way that we still be talking about bad water in Flint, Michigan. That's been going on, 10 years now?
Even you had the North Carolina flood where they ain't even spoke about that. They were trying to get aid, but they was like they about to send money to Ukraine again and all of that. Yeah. And left them folks. That's crazy, dog.
It's crazy. But today we got a good one for y'all. We're gonna be talking about a woman said she left her husband and her kids just to find herself. We're gonna be talking about Sha'Carri Richardson apologizing to her boyfriend, and we're gonna play the body cam footage of that. I don't know if y'all remember. Do y'all remember Sha'Carri getting kicked off the plane a few years ago? Remember she was on the phone and they told her to get off the phone.
I don't know if I remember that. I want to say I do.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I should have found it. But yeah, this is not her first incident of getting kicked off for having an incident in the airport. And then we're gonna be just talking about, is college worth it? Those are the things that we're gonna be talking about. And if you're in the building right now, y'all like the video, share the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we're about to get into this.
Let's go.
I left my kids and I moved to a whole new city, a whole new state rather. Just me, no one else. And I didn't move because I didn't love them, but I finally decided to love myself too. And so for years, like, I put myself on the back burner, just being a mom, being a wife, which is great, it's awesome. But all this time, like, I was wearing a smile, but deep down, like, I wasn't really happy inside, And so one day I realized that.
Let's talk about something real quick. One thing I know about love, right, is about sacrificing. Mm-hmm. And when I see a lot of people, especially these women, talking about they had to leave for themselves, this is how I know they don't love their children. They don't love their husband. And I really don't think they love themselves. That's why they're all in this quote unquote self-discovery phase, trying to find themselves. I think they full of shit, and I think they don't know what love is, and they're searching for something. That's the issue that I think we're running into now. A lot of these women are searching for something. They're searching for a high adrenaline rush or an epiphany phase to say, yeah, this is it. This is what I'm looking for. But I don't think most women know what they're doing in life.
That's something I learned as I got older, as far as like what love is. It is a sacrifice. And what I noticed with women, because I've seen this a lot, and that's really what we should have pulled up, is the numbers. And I saw a guy, but he basically read off the numbers of divorce from 2020 to 2024. And it increased almost 100,000 per year. I think it was like 323,000 women in 2020. I ain't seen that. I should have ripped it. But it was a guy, he said, look at these divorce numbers of women leaving the marriage from 2020 to 2024. It was at like 323 in 2020. In 2024, it got up to 920,000. So you're talking a 25% increase almost every year. So when you listen to these people say, I'm leaving and I got to find myself, but it's I got to destroy something for me though.
Right.
You would think, well, if you're bettering yourself, it's going to be bettering for everybody. I'm going to benefit off. If I got a woman and I say, babe, I'm about to get this, I'm about to take this course that's going to increase my skill set. This is going to generate this income so we can cover this, and that. This is for us.
Right.
But when the women say this, it's almost like, well, I got to do this for me. Damn, y'all benefit from it.
Right. And see, that's the sad part about it. That when you talk about divorce, I don't know if you know, I can't think his name, Kobe, a white dude with a red beard, country singer. They was broke. They was like broke. He ended up making a country song. Got in touch with Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan told him not to sign it. Ended up making millions. His wife divorced him, took half, and wants 60% of all his future earnings from all his music. And now, um, and now, he just made a new song talking about her. Talking about him in the song. So I'm like, dang, it's crazy. You broke and stuff like that. But then now all of a sudden you make all this money. Your wife just divorced you like that. That's crazy.
And before we go on, a lot of the times when I'm seeing women, this new content, when I watch a lot of different channels and a lot of different platforms, the number one and the most frequently used talking point or gripe or grievance women have with men is fucking money.
Right.
And I'm trying to understand where is this obsession with this money is coming into play at? Like, I you used to can enjoy yourself and just be happy in the moment of things. It's we talk. I ain't really been going out, and we just been monitoring the club scene. It's like everything is centered around men. Any interaction with men and women is money first.
Right.
Period. No matter what else going on, it's money first. I've been watching, like I said, some of the body cam footage. I've been watching some footage from these court hearings. This woman going through this man, well, he got this from his retirement. He doing this. They got all this fine-tooth, tedious research they've done to examine what kind of money he got, but none of that research was done on how to keep this marriage together.
Right.
It's crazy to see that.
Like I said, I think what we getting into now, the pendulum has swung so far for the women. It's only a matter of time that it's going to swing back hard. And a lot of these men are going to have to go up and get these laws changed. A lot of these rich men are going to have to go and, rub shoulders with these politicians. I think we're going to start seeing a lot of these laws change, and people be like, man, y'all full of shit. Y'all just getting married to get over on people, because it don't make sense for you to marry me when I'm poor, but as soon as I make money, they allow you to leave. I don't think they should allow that. They should let me keep the money, especially if you see I'm the one that. It's crazy that you can see me doing the art, but you want to say she back there, she can get
she was there with what that mean?
Like they said, you weren't with me shooting in the gym.
Yeah, that's crazy, dog.
I couldn't keep living a life that made everyone else comfortable while I was crumbling inside. So
that's part of the sacrifice, baby.
While I'm crumbling inside.
But then when that what Michelle Obama was talking about with a Barack, I was envious. He got to go to the gym and work out. I'm here with the kids. And how can you do this? Go play golf and do all of this type of stuff. Well, baby, this is part of the sacrifice that you got to do. You're going to have a time in your, because I think women have this idea that everything is supposed to be on the even playing field. And most men understand. I take a sacrifice because we understand this idea of enduring for the betterment of the team, like team sports. That's why when you hear women talk about it, it never sounds like they're talking about it in a team aspect. It's always the I. So when they leave and don't want to sacrifice and do all this other shit for them, that's why you got to understand women are selfish by nature.
Yeah,
they're selfish by nature.
Yeah.
So literally, like, I made the most hardest decision like ever, like the most soul stretching decision like ever, and that was to pack my bags and move to Nashville. I actually, one day I just woke up and, I was just like, well, I can't do this anymore. Like, I feel like I need to do something different, like, other than what I'm doing. And I felt like I needed to find me again. Like I said, because, I felt like I was losing myself. So anyway, like, rewinding, I had actually applied for a position with Vanderbilt. And I ended up getting the position, and they were offering a sign-on bonus as well as a relocation bonus. And yeah, like, I got the position and I took it.
It's crazy that you left your family just to go get a position at Vanderbilt.
And they can still fire you.
Right. Or why you couldn't do that with your family? Because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of men would relocate to help their wife. You say, baby, my mental whoop de whoop, I need to change the scenery, I need to change the job, whatever it is. If you say, I just need y'all to move with me and do this, I think a lot of men would be like, okay, baby, I'm gonna do what you need.
Shout out my boy. I ain't gonna say his name, but he had made a post and he gave his testimony. I'm proud of him. He been doing his thing. It was like his lady was like, you know, I want a new house. And he was like, dang, he ain't think about it. He said they got on there and started looking, and within months they moved.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? But it wasn't no pushback. It wasn't no well me. It wasn't no and I want to do this. I like it over here. He said, man, I got up, looked at houses, found our realtor, and we moved.
And that's the thing. I think most men, when they get married, especially when they get married, they want to serve their wife. Yeah. Like they want to love their wife. They want to put them on the pedestal. They want to give their wife the world if they got it. Because this is one of the reasons why I married you. I hold you in high regard. I pedestalize you. So when you asking for something, if it makes me feel honestly less than a man if I can't provide if you asking me for something. It makes me feel inadequate. It makes me feel like, damn, if another dude is able to offer you this, are you still going to be here with me? So a lot of times when they talk about having the money and the assets and having everything aligned and in a row, those are important, especially if you want to get married. That way you won't feel inadequate, or your woman won't little boy you if she asks for something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, no safety net, like no guarantees, no nothing. I applied for my apartment and everything. Like I literally like got approved for everything like right away. So it seems like everything had just fell into my lap. Like it was what I was supposed to be doing. And because of that, like it really validated my decision to leave. And so I did that. I get to Nashville. I started rebuilding my life. You know, I even like started thinking like of another business endeavor that I had been thinking about for like the past 5 years that I never like built up the courage to do. And if you know me, like you know I've had businesses, even like just saving money, paying off debt, like rebuilding my credit, like everything. Like I got my stuff back up, which I'm like totally proud of. And now like I'm getting ready to graduate with my master's in public health here in September 5th to be exact. And honestly, like I still have.
What kind of degree is a public health degree?
Well, one of my homegirls, she's in public health, is got to do with like compliance ordinance, facilities and stuff like that. But
is it worth breaking up your family though?
See, that's the question. Who's gonna be at the graduation?
Because I'm pretty sure she want her kids there and her ex-husband.
Who you gonna celebrate this milestone with?
Well, she probably got a new Peter Wacker she bouncing on. That's probably one of the reasons why she left. So, you know, they got to ride the cock carousel. And the thing is, and this is what the men mess up. A lot of men are marrying whores. They just are. They don't. You hear a lot of men, a lot of rhetoric. I don't care about your body count. All I care about is what you do with me. No, this person has an insatiable appetite for dick. How you gonna stop that? You think if she didn't have 45, 50 Peter Wackers, you just think all of a sudden that just
gonna stop with you.
With you, and you just think what you think you King Kong, or you gonna give her the best experience? No, she don't even care about the best experience at this point. It's about the variety. It's about the feeling that different men give her. I don't even think she cares about a Mount Rushmore when it comes to men, because if that was the case, why she didn't stay with the Mount Rushmore? Because she probably already had him.
And I look at it like this, when I look at how I just have observed how women move from guy to guy very quickly after serious long-term relationships. And it's almost like, or just I hear they gripes. Like say I watch these platforms and I hear these, well, I dated this guy, it didn't work out because of this. Okay, I was talking to this guy, this didn't work out. I was talking to this guy, this didn't work out. I liken a woman's ability to love and be able to receive love in the same capacity where a person gets too obese to work out. Now you need medical procedures to get this weight off you. You can't go to you reach to the point to where a treadmill and diet ain't gonna help you at this point. Right. You have to have third-party intervention, which is unnatural. You see what I'm saying? So women lose that glue to make them bond. So they like, well, there's something wrong with him. He didn't work with. I ain't gonna work with him. And they don't understand them bouncing from guy to guy. It ain't the men, right? It's you. You done lost your ability to bond with that man. Right.
Right.
which is the pair bonding hormone.
Yeah, I think and we always talk about from the woman aspect, but it happens in men too. A lot of men have sex. We have sex with so many women. It's like you can't really be in a relationship with one woman.
Oh yeah.
It'll be hard. So I think on both ends, when you done experience too much, or open Pandora's box too much, and being freaked out too much, I don't think there's a time in life where being married and being settled down and in a stable environment works for you. Just like when I watched the Pop the Balloon clip that went viral a few months ago, and he told the lady, he said, "You should probably stay single.
Good at
You're
it.
good at it."
Yeah.
And that's where I think a lot of people are at it. Well, most people should be single. The idea of a wife, and we live in this Christian, society, supposedly Christian society, because y'all don't act like motherfucking Christians. But anyways, we live in this Christian society where everybody talks about this Proverbs 31 woman.
Yep.
And I'll be like, did y'all read
I-
what this woman does?
I see that in a lot of bios.
Do y'all see what this one like? Y'all be talking about, yeah, I want to be a woman to lead you, but I don't do nothing. Well, and then you got Proverbs 31. This woman worked. This woman made her husband look good. She sewed, knitted, and created a whole bunch of stuff. He got favor from the Lord with this woman. Like, it was so much that this woman did with her hands and being a helpmate to her husband. Just going to sit on your ass? Nah, you can't help me out of here. So, like I said, we living in a weird time now where everybody just want to get over, and people just want to use folks. That's what it is.
What was Brandon comment?
Brandon said everybody's thinking from survival mode, not unity.
Oh yeah, that's a true statement.
I have like a long ways to go. Like there's still so much that I want to do. I cried, I prayed, like I healed, and I did a lot. Like, and I found me. But like I said, like I'm not done yet, and I'm like so damn proud of how far that I've come. Like you don't even know the half. And I contemplated about whether like I wanted to even share this, because yeah, like I've always like shared, good news about, certain things happening like in my life, but I've never just opened up and really just shared my truth to people. So this is new for me, and it's definitely like, taking a leap of faith, because this is nothing that I, ever really like imagined doing. But yeah, this is my story. And honestly, like, this is for any woman who feels stuck or torn or like scared to choose herself.
And that's the problem right there.
Choose herself.
Choose herself, and she's giving advice for other women to listen to this.
Mm-hmm. Women get the best advice when it comes to relationships, dating.
Mm-hmm.
Date them all, sis. Terrible advice. You need to choose you and leave. Terrible advice. Because the consensus is out that most of y'all have the same interactions.
All right.
So you're going to leave him to go to get
do the same shit with another nigga.
The same shit.
And that's what I don't think. That's the part that's mind-boggling to me. When I see this, because I feel like I'm pretty wise, and I think wisdom is learning from other people's mistakes. Like I told you in the last podcast, it's never been a time where I seen somebody do something where I said, that's not going to happen to me. When I see these women, they talking to other women, they giving other women advice, but we could go and look at all the women that's basically in this new millennial generation to like your Lisa Rays, your Vivica Foxes, your Tracy Ellis Rosses, your Halle Berry. These are women that you could just look at. They can't keep a man, can't be in a relationship, always talking about themselves, want to go shopping. If you have conversations with them, it seems like they didn't mature past the age of 16. So it's like, why aren't y'all learning from the elders? They ain't got to talk to you. They ain't got to give you X, Y, and Z, what to do and what not to do. Just be observant. If you know you want to be a wife, you know you want to be somewhere in life and have a husband and have some children and be happy, you might not want to take that road. So listen to a woman like this, because we already know that studies have been out. A lot of women want husbands. A lot of women want children. A lot of women want these things because they are also social statuses. It lets you know that, hey, I'm worthy. A man picked me. He put a ring on me. He thought I was worthy enough to do that. Not becoming a baby mama, getting married before you care. All of these things have some type of social implication that shows that, hey, I'm a worthy woman. I'm a good woman, or this quote unquote Proverbs 31 woman.
You're not a bad mom. You're not a bad wife for choosing you. It doesn't mean that you're abandoning love. It doesn't mean that
you're not a bad mom for choosing you.
It's crazy. They say it with such confidence.
How do you even
like,
put that in the same sentence? You're not a bad mom for choosing you.
Man, we don't let this play. And you know the question I'm gonna ask.
you're abandoning your family. It just means that you're making space for the version of you that has been buried so long under obligation. And that's exactly what it was. Like, if you are in your breaking point area, like, girl, I totally see you. Like, I see you. But you just, if that is something that you're wanting to do, like, I would just say pray about it. You know, for me, like, God is the head of my life. And I really sought him like never before, because, I mean, God forbid I move to another state.
So did God tell you to marry that man and the child? Because I thought when people got married, it's under the covenant of God.
And the number one question I never see women ask, I don't even really see this come up in conversation when we're talking about these splits, especially when it comes to divorce. Do vows matter?
Not to them.
Do vows matter? And also, we talk about the deadbeat father. He left his family. Do the father get this grace? Can the father choose himself for his own gain? Can he say, "I want"? Don't be afraid to leave your family, dog. Go choose yourself.
Nah, you know he gonna get dragged through the mud.
Come on, man. This is insane. What you say?
Alexi, I guess that's how you spell. Alexi says unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
Then they said put it on God, and then they said 100.
Yeah. Take these vows, all these vows, and you got these people sitting before you, and you just abandon it on the bullshit premise.
Yeah.
And, you know, the worst happens, you know? But everything fell into place. And then, you know, even my husband and I, like, our relationship got better. It started off like really rocky, but we got better, and, you know, we developed a deeper understanding of each other. And I feel like things are better than ever because I know who I am now, like, even more so. Because when we got married, I was a 22-year-old girl. I had a 5-month-old baby, and I didn't know nothing about being grown. And I was just going along with him, just following his lead, you know? And because of that, I really didn't know who I was. Like I said, like, I was just going along, you know, just following my man. You know, he was older, and, you know, he had the life and everything.
Of course.
But I had to find, like, what works for me. And I'm so glad that I did, because, yeah, it was literally, like, the best thing I ever could have done for myself. Because, yeah.
See, we got to read between the lines. So it sounds like she left and came back. He stayed with her. He didn't. She's not divorced. So she left for a period of time to do that, and he stayed and was understanding of it, because she said he's older, so he probably like, all right, you know, she want to do this. He already had the life. He didn't need her for no money,
Right.
so he was gonna be able to take care of them and the child no matter what. So she sounds like she left
because she's not a bad looking woman, so she might got to do with a little money.
Yeah,
you know. So
you can tell she do. She like, he was older. I ain't had nothing for myself. I was young, so it sounds like already the allure of the guy, it was sold.
Right.
I'm about to jump in. Well, he got this going on. I'm about to go, then get into it. See the duties and the responsibilities. He got the financials and all of this, the stability there. She can leave and go fuck off and go do her college thing, and not saying nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But it's just the verbiage and the reasoning on the why you're doing this. He already got it covered.
Right.
But you feel you need something for you, so you abandon your family for you.
And what is that degree gonna really do for your family? If your dude got money like that, where you can go and just basically fuck off and be gone, I got the kids, like what contribution is that going to do, instead of you know, being there, getting your kids up, getting them dressed, taking them to school, feeding your husband, having sex with your husband, being in a family unit. We got to the point where family don't mean shit to nobody at this point.
I think a lot of that is around the plan B or just the exit plan. A lot of women look at men as exit plans and savings plan, 401ks, HSA accounts. The the conversation about this woman having her own, it doesn't ever translate to it benefiting the child or this family. Ever.
Never.
So it's about her own financial independence in the event she wants to leave.
Right.
I got my own job. I ain't gonna have to fight a few months with the attorneys because you got more liquid paper than me, so you can afford your attorneys and do all of the rigmarole. I can't. So if I choose to leave today, I got a job I can fall back on that I ain't gonna have to depend on you. It's
Right.
just about independence.
I'm gonna say this too. A lot of women had this idea, and I get it. A lot of it is social about getting married and starting a family. I want to say something. A lot of you guys, gals, a lot of you gals are not wives. I'm gonna say this again. A lot of you gals are not wives. A lot of y'all are not motherly. A lot of y'all are not supposed to be put in this position that y'all actually force. And when I say force, typically when marriage comes up in a relationship, the woman is the one pushing for marriage, not the man, because most men are gonna ride it out. But when it comes to getting married and starting a family and stuff like that, most of the time it's initiated and pushed by the woman. Also, if you are a mother, I can tell if you're a good mother by this. If you who you decide to procreate with, making sure that your children always have a father in their life lets me know off top if you're a good mama. Now, I don't want to hear it take two. No, it only take one, and that is your consent. We all been in, we're mammals. We all been in science class, so we know how this shit go. The man cannot enter your body until your consent. You should already know if a man approaches you or sees you're trying to date you, he's thinking with his dick first. Even though I don't know why we still having these conversations. When a man approaches you,
He love bombed me. He was a narcissist.
That's goofy shit.
But you got intuition.
You do got intuition.
And you the smarter gender, let you tell it.
Yeah, the most educated.
You the most educated, you the smartest, you got this intuition, but
you got to leave your husband that's supposed to be ordained under God.
And you getting love bomb in 50, 60. It's always these labels in which I can justify my behavior and decision making.
Right.
Well, I wasn't here, meaning I was doing dumb shit. He was a narcissist, meaning he was playing smarter than me, but he really wasn't, because I found out he was a narcissist. But were you really smarter than if he was able to get it over on you? It's a bunch of that stuff.
The thing is, and this go back to the devil speaking hypocrisy of women. 1 minute you're the Miss Independent, you don't need a nigga, you boss babe, you got all these degrees, you're so fucking smart and shit like that. And then the next minute, when you had these conversations about the relationship, you got bamboozled, tricked, manipulated. Like what?
Coerced.
Like, come on now. Like that. These are the conversations, and this is why I tell men you can't really listen to what women say. You got to watch what they do, and then even with watching what they do, that can be confusing. Because old men used to say, "Have you ever seen a cat piss?"
I'm gonna tell you what I said. That's why I say I got a love-hate relationship with social media. I follow a guy, we talk about King 68.
I know.
So King 68 from New York, tall dude, good look, in shape. He got the game in the rears with the chicks, and he filmed himself. It's another dude named Kellen, I want to say. Okay. Both of them now in Florida. Yeah. They taller guys, and they just record themselves going around and how the women interact with them. Mm-hmm. And I said, this is gold. This is what men need to see.
Yeah.
This is how you could tell if a woman really rocking with you. When you see how these women gravitate to these guys and how they go out their way to interact, and you hear the other narratives, men supposed to approach women and women don't supposed to do this. Mm-hmm. When you see it in real time, you know what they saying is BS. Right. When you see in the reaction that they get. People going, I said, this ain't scripted. Some of it you could tell is played a little bit, but for the most part, it's just raw video.
And we're starting to see now a lot of women proposing to men.
Yeah.
So that's even more of like a telltale sign. That whole idea of chasing and all that, I think you're supposed to attract women, not chase them, attract women. So that's why you got to be on your shit, building your name, who you are. I think a lot of it too is just your aura, who you are as a man, your beliefs, what you say. your mouthpiece, things like that. So when we have, it's just, like I said, I just get tired of seeing a lot of women out here starting these families on their own. Even if you become a baby mama and you decide to leave, those that's you starting a family on your own. If you don't marry before you carry, that's not marry before you carry. Saying y'all in this shit together. If you don't marry before you carry, that's you starting a family on your own. Because a lot of times, from what I see, most people aren't even in a relationship. They ain't calling each other boyfriend or girlfriend. They just fucking. It was a situationship. I got pregnant. Damn, you got pregnant within the first couple months. You don't know the nigga. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yeah, they ain't talk about goals. You don't know his job. You don't know his social security. Don't you know his last name? You got to search social media to find out the nigga so you can put him on child support and ask millions of questions. Like, these are things that I'm starting to see with these women and how they move with their body. And y'all want us to believe that y'all vagina is so motherfucking sacred. We know it ain't. Y'all let in it and everybody skeet up in it. We go watch Murray's 17 niggas that been tested in a 2-week time span. Like, bro, come on. And do you know how hard? Like, this is crazy. That let me know y'all fucking because you have such a small window each month
to get
pregnant.
Yeah.
You have such a small window to get pregnant. So you getting pregnant and having all those niggas you got to test. And y'all, that mean you fucking multiple 5-6 niggas a day.
I've been did a video about the sexual underworld. I talked about this coming from my environment, my background. And I see these videos and women, it has to come out. Like, so that's why I say you got to seek this information. And I hear these women saying, well, this is a guy I've been smashing off and on for the last 10 years. We've been messing around for the last 11 years. The vast majority of men, they're not privy to the sexual appetite of their woman or of a woman in general.
Yeah.
And just to hear this, well, we've been basically you telling these, platforms what we just been sex buddies for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
No relationship required, no ring required, no bills paid required. The other chick, well, every girl got a pipe cleaner. Did you see that clip? Remember that one? She was like, well, I forgot what it may have been Angela Yee, one of those podcasts, but she was like, yeah, it's just my pipe cleaning, because the dude was like, so you fucking a dude that didn't give you enough for your birthday?
Well, I don't see no problem. I'm gonna say this. I don't see no problem with that. Being if you feel like it's an equal exchange.
Oh, I'll have no problem with it. I'm just saying, comparing that to where you see the narrative and what women are generally saying, you got to bring this, and this to me for me to date you.
Yeah.
But on the other end, you telling us you got a guy that don't do none of that.
Well, see, the reason you got to do that. So let's say that's why I said the even exchange.
Yeah.
He ain't got to do all that because I'm getting this right here, this sex right here.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a dude that come in, but you can't give me what this nigga giving me with this Peter Walker.
Yeah.
I gotta get you you at least gotta come with something else, because at least over here I get the bust a nut. You know what I'm saying? At least I get the bust a nut. I feel good afterwards. I'm paying all my bills with the whoop. But if I gotta deal with you and the sex ain't good, then what else can you? You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, you gotta bring something else to the table.
And I say that interchangeable because I seen another one where a woman was like, well, she 45.
Yeah.
Say she got a dude, they got a child, but she still sleeping with her baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Baby daddy been there for like 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
She been with this dude like 4 years. But she was like, well, he ain't consistent enough sexually. The girl said he do it good, but he ain't as consistent enough as my baby daddy, because my baby daddy know my body.
Mm-hmm.
And what you call was like, well, you been together with him 12, 13 years. He should know your body.
Yeah.
But the fact that she's on this phone saying this, I'm still sleeping with my baby daddy that I left. It don't make sense to leave him.
You know what's crazy? And I was thinking about this the other day because I've been in this situation.
Yeah.
2 people in a relationship.
Yeah.
They leave the relationship because of cheating. Both people get in other relationships just to be back and cheat with each other.
That they just left.
We just left each other because of cheating, but now you in a relationship, I'm in a relationship, but we back fucking now. We should have stayed together.
And this where you go, like women say, well, I need this, and this. But when you look at what you prioritize is sex and money. And I said it's dependent on the circumstances on either.
Yeah.
If a woman is up financially, sex is the priority.
Yeah.
If the woman is sexed out, and she done had the best dick, she done overdose on that.
Yeah.
Money is the priority. So they interchange.
Yeah.
But it's never that stuff in the middle that you hear a lot of them say emotional. He was emotionally unavailable. He was this. He wasn't caring. He wasn't. That shit don't even matter. When you talk about the 5 love languages, that's bullshit. It's money and sex.
I agree.
It's money and sex.
And I think it really is just that simple. Money and sex.
Yeah.
So if you're a nigga that got both, you in the game.
You in the game.
And I think
you make the rules.
Yeah, and I think that's why when we see people like P. Diddy having to allow your bitch to get fucked, and all the niggas in there like, hey, P. Diddy kind of small. He got the money, but he can't get her body all the way that he need to get her because he ain't got the tool to work with her. So now, like the dude saying, he in there, Henna, and another dude, Henna, and she, Diddy just sitting over there watching. And partially that, of course, the other little stuff, he might be a little homosexual, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But other than that, the actual being able to please your girl, I got the money, I got the lifestyle, I know that's why she here. So I can get her, I let her get some dick too. Yeah. She ain't got to go nowhere. And that's really why I think Cassie probably got tired of it, because I believe that, like they said, she wanted to get married, wanted a little bit more. And I think if he would have proposed to her, she would have been, we wouldn't heard nothing about this. That's why I think Diddy messed up. He would have married her and did what he supposed to do. This would have not been a thing.
Nah. And people laugh at Shannon Sharpe, and I empathize with him because it's the fact that you got a system that even when you listen to that case, we know it's bullshit when we hear it. And the fact that
hold on, I'm gonna say this because I went back and looked. So with Shannon Sharpe, is a consensual relationship. We all agree.
Yes.
But if someone tells you, and this is what his stupid ass got, this is where he got burnt at. If someone tell you can't fuck me in the ass, and you fuck him in the ass, and y'all corresponding in text with it, like I told you not to do that, but you did it anyway. Cause hold on, let's have a conversation. Let me ask you and your girl, you want to do something new, but your girl ain't down, and you proceed to do it anyway. Would that be considerate?
Yes. If I do something sexual that she said don't do it.
No, but you do it anyway, and then she feel away, and y'all talk about it on text.
Yes. And
you confirm that she said no, but you still did it anyway.
Yeah, I'd agree there. Yep. Now, my caveat to that, because we can, again, I'm looking at her playing this long ball, which is why it's a text conversation anyway, right?
That's why he messed up.
That's why I said I'm looking at her playing this long ball. She in this relationship, but she playing this long ball. If that's the case, and this happened on Tuesday, we shouldn't be talking on Wednesday and Thursday. It's over with, ain't it? The same way if I'm with a chick and she called the police on me, it's a done data. Ain't no Wednesday and Thursday. You call the police on me on Tuesday, I go to jail, I got to get burned out on Wednesday morning. Ain't no more sleeping tonight. It ain't no more relationship. It's dead. Because I didn't cross the boundary, which you said clearly is a boundary, to which you got to go and do charges and civil suits on me, criminal almost. We shouldn't have had no relationship after that. You didn't follow me to California. We still engaging. We still messing around. If I truly violated you or raped you, why would you further the relationship with me?
So
if I truly violated you.
So I'm gonna say this. I partially agree.
Okay.
I partially agree with that. Because if you feel like somebody done you wrong, you shouldn't fuck with.
Yes. It's right? In that capacity.
That's just logic.
Logic, yeah.
But relationships ain't just cut and dry like you did me wrong, I just cut you off. And I'm just saying from a position I've been in with a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Where I've had the police called on me by somebody, but I still was like 2 months later, we back. I'm back in that thing.
Yeah.
But that was younger me. I wouldn't do that. Now you call
we talking about 50. We talking about this old man.
But she young though, so she's young.
But we look.
I was around the age she was when that happened.
And see what we don't do with this is we don't make the predatory nature even on both sides. If we got a 19-year-old 20 that's able to even be in the same gym as a Shannon Sharpe, let alone engage with him.
Mm-hmm.
So we know it's predatory on both sides, and it's consensual It's like consensual behavior.
So let me say this. It's just looking at it. I don't necessarily think, it's just me. I don't think the idea of it was predatory, more so a young girl looking to have fun, this popular nigga, you know what I'm saying? Now she not with him because of she like him and all that. It's just the status, fun, getting fucked on, all of this type of stuff. I think that's what it is. I don't personally think she really just had a long game like that until they say no, a woman, what is it? Ain't no wrath like a woman scorn.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when you're trying to call it quit, it's like, oh, what? You finna call? You think you finna just get rid of me that easy? So now I got you. That's why when you say, well, y'all was doing this, and then you come back, and then you still dealing with him. Well, yeah, I was still dealing with him. He did something I didn't want. We had a conversation about it because most people communicate through text, even though I think it's dumb to, put on text that you did something like that. Yeah. But most people communicate through text. So with that being said, now you're trying to leave me. Oh no, I got you. You think you're just gonna leave me up and you know what I'm saying? Especially if I ain't getting nothing out of it. I gave you this sweet white pussy and I'm 19 and to 22 and these my prime years. Come on now.
But like I said, I'm looking at him. He made the mistake, but
yeah, he the mark in the situation.
Yeah, so it's still a mark in a long game, whether it's 6 months or 2 years. What I'm looking at is if you violate me and I continue to deal with you, I forgave you for this, meaning it wasn't as egregious as I'm making it out to be. Just how I'm gonna process it. Just like it's certain things that your wife or your significant other on both ends would do, ain't no coming back.
So I gotta ask you this. So you think if you continue now, we just could just move on, just different emotionally. Let's say I say something to you emotionally, but I continue to deal with you. Does that mean I forgave you?
Yeah.
But when we look at like people that go to therapy, right? Mm-hmm. They go on 2 years in and they get to argument, and then you're like, yeah, every time we get into the argument, she bring it up. I thought she forgave me for it. Then they get to talk, and she's like, well, I be trying to forgive you, but I feel a ways about it. It still comes up in me. That don't mean she really forgave you because she's still there. She might still be trying to work on it. She might really just love you. He might really just love her. I don't think that means forgiveness because you continue with somebody. I think a lot of times is you try to bury it. Because I don't think personally you have to forgive people for shit either, though. But like I said, I know a lot of people think to move on in a relationship, you're supposed to forgive. Some things that people do are so egregious or say stuff to you that you don't have to forgive, but you can continue the relationship. And that's how I feel like when you look at those therapy shows.
Yeah, I like I said, I just look at forgiveness because I'm like, oh, in my relationships, I like to communicate. Let's talk it out. I don't care how hurtful it is. I like to see it all the way through.
Right.
And a lot of times it's going to be some apology and atonement coming from that, where you made me feel this way. I'm like, well, baby, I didn't mean to make you feel that way. I apologize. Mm-hmm. If you accept my apology, can you really accept my apology without forgiving me? That's kind of crazy. If you accept it, that means you.
Well, my thing is, I think that's going back to when a lot of people get in situations that they don't fully understand too. So I might say in that moment, I might have some sort of feelings towards you. I might be madly in love with you. You apologizing. I'm thinking about the future. I'm thinking about the time we spent. We having a conversation. You telling me you're sorry, babe. I love you. I want to do it again. So in that moment, I'm like, you know what? Right here, right now, I forgive you. Right here, right now, I feel like you've atoned. Right here, right now, I feel like what I'm doing, I can continue with you, and this won't come up. But I don't know that, 2 weeks later you do something or move a certain type of way and then triggered.
Because that'll be the question. Because if he just going keeping it on Shannon Sharp, if he did this or violated her, body in a way she didn't want, was this his first and only time doing it? That's the other question. Because she's saying he did this. Was this multiple times? Was this the one and only, or did this continue?
And see, but does that even matter? Like, lawsuit wise, does that even matter though?
Lawsuit wise, it doesn't, because they're going to look at what's documented. But what I'm saying is the behavior pattern is showing where you okay with it, because we continue. Because it's certain things that if I do, you gonna cut it.
Right.
So why is this not in that pot? You got this over here to where if your woman do XYZ, done. If you do XYZ, I keep doing it. Which one is it? How do you interchange the pot you put it in?
Okay, so let me ask you this: if your woman
cheats on me,
No, but let's just say this. Let's say you want to have a threesome.
Okay.
Your woman ain't cool with threesomes. But you just bring a bitch and then she does it and then she tells you I didn't really want to do it, but I did it because I love you. And then she continue to do threesomes, but then you find out she really don't like it, but she doing because she like you. So those are things that people do in relationships as well. So even if she decided to still let him hit it in that doodle hole, that don't mean that she's not okay with it. That doesn't mean that she's like technically consenting. She like the nigga.
But that's why I would. That's why I just because I'm looking at your behavior and implied consent and
Now,
cooperation compliance.
okay. So going forward, you have consented then though?
Yeah, because like let's say she want to bring a dude in.
Yeah.
And when I love my wife, it ain't no scenario in which I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, maybe not you.
So I got it. Well, babe, you don't want to do it. What the hell you doing?
I agree, but you
don't because it's certain things. If I say, well, babe, I
so
want to bring a dog in here.
Because you know what, I say this line too. It's a high school line, but I'm gonna tell you what I used to tell the hoes. If you love me, you'll let me stick the head in.
Of course, we got that. That's just a mind game. But what I'm saying is,
I think all of it is all encompassing.
I don't think a person is doing something on a consistent basis.
I agree. Now
that they're against. If you do it, you want to do it. If I smoke crack, if I do this, if I go here,
I want to do it because I love you though.
But I still want to do it.
I don't know about that.
Because you love me, but it's certain stuff that I introduce you ain't gonna do it. Well, babe, I want to bring a dog in here. I'm a beast. I'm on bestiality. I got the Rottweiler outside. You come on, babe.
I'm gonna be real with you.
What a line in the sand is.
I think, and this is gonna sound crazy, from all the stuff that we've seen with women doing and telling us they do on the internet, I don't think there's a line with women. There's a line.
That's
with
my
men.
point.
Yeah, but
so you can't say you against it when you're doing it. You want to do this,
but hold on. But the line got to be crossed though. That's called like Pandora's box. A lot of this stuff people don't do until they do it. I ain't. It might be a chick that say, "Yeah, I ain't never got hit in the dookie hole." She might not.
But if she say with you, I do it with you. That means she wanted to do it with him.
Or that nigga, yeah, somebody that nigga, yeah, it might just be.
I want to do it.
I don't know.
So it's certain stuff with me is don't matter what woman it is I'm with, I ain't doing it. I tell the story about but I ain't doing it.
I agree with that with me, and I don't think women are like that. I think women are here to be vessels for our discretion.
But I think it's certain stuff that women are just not going to do. You hear them say it a lot. Well, that throws out the argument to say, well, I didn't want to do it then.
I do think women don't want to do it, but I think when we talk about that threshold, I think it still got to be introduced. So, for instance, where she probably did not want to do it, the threshold's already been crossed. You'd already entered me. Yeah, you already entered me now. So, because I think that go back to like virginity. If we just talk about just virginity, the reason that I haven't done it because I'm trying to hold on to it. That threshold hasn't been crossed. So that threshold hasn't been crossed. I might want to have sex, but I ain't done it because the threshold. The Pandora's box ain't been open, what they call it. But now, that's why when most people first start having sex, after they lose their virginity, they just go wild. They just go wild. It's been open now. I ain't holding on to nothing.
Yeah,
influence
play a part in that. But I don't know. It's sticky, man. I don't know. But that situation with the woman saying I choose myself, a man can't get on the internet and say I chose myself. I left my family to go work here or go to the military or do this and it's gonna be praised. And I ain't even get to look at the comments, but TikTok is an echo chamber for the most part. Yeah, so if it got thousands of comments, most of the time it's gonna be people agreeing with whatever it is.
Yeah. So the next thing we're gonna do is gonna talk about Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri has apologized to her boyfriend.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so if you're watching this, y'all make sure y'all like the video, make sure y'all share the video, and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We're going to look at body cam footage of her getting arrested in the airport. We're going to read her apology, and we're going to also look at her getting kicked off the plane just a few years ago. But this is her apology right here. Let me read it. Where did it go? Okay, the apology says, and I guess this was on some type of social media forum. I apologize to Christian. He came into my life and gave me more than a relationship, but a greater understanding of unconditional love from what I've experienced in my past. Due to my past trauma and pain, I was blind and blocked off to not only receive it, but to give it. I love him, and to him, can't apologize enough. My apology should be just as loud as my actions, honestly, louder. To Christian, I love you and I'm sorry.
Mm.
Oh,
Uh,
oh, she's still a crazy bitch, but oh,
and I'm always rooting for the underdog. I'm still a fan of her, ability, but just to see her do that to her guy in the airport in public, it speaks to the level of respect she has for him.
right.
And he don't understand this. That's why I say a lot of these stuff will look good with the apology. Some stuff, unfortunately, some things are unforgivable.
I agree.
And it's no reconciliation. Hey, I understand, but I can no longer engage in this relationship. You put your hands on me. You
Right.
tried to cause me bodily harm, let alone get me arrested. Because it could have been switched. I want to say she tried to make it seem like he was the problem.
We're about to watch the body count footage. Let me play. As a matter of fact,
So-
let me play that right now.
Hey. Listen.
Chris, I assaulted you? Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm just making
It's
sure.
not him that reported it.
Oh,
One
okay.
of the TSA folks reported it.
Oh, one of the TSA people, because I can definitely have evidence of him assaulting me if possible.
There's cameras everywhere. So
Okay.
we'll sort it out. So do you
But
have your
like
ID
I
on you?
said, yes, I do. My name is. But I'm telling you that we was arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that you guys are doing this to me and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply. I am. I'm not gonna argue with you at all. But I'm telling you that we didn't. Can he tell you that I didn't do nothing to him?
We have it on
Christian, are you serious right now?
All right.
Christian, I'm about to go to jail because of you right now. You know what? Okay. I'm just asking. If he says that I wasn't being domestic, y'all still are gonna arrest me no matter what, correct?
Yes.
Y'all still gonna arrest me, so I have to stay in jail overnight tonight because of him, and he's not gonna come and bail me out.
I want to put your ID back in here. Okay.
What she said just pissed me off.
That's my first time seeing this body cam footage. I'm mad now. I'm
And
not
the
a
reason
fan anymore.
the reason I'm upset after watching that shit, she said, "Are you going to arrest me?" And he's the man
in this
situation.
Knowing you know how this goes and how you think it should go.
Should go. That's why you acting the ass and pushing on me and doing me like this. And I want to applaud the white officers. And the reason being, because I've been seeing actually a lot of body count footage lately where the white officers, male officers, are not taking the words of black women lately when it comes to these domestic violence situations. Because back in the day, you get called, because if y'all know anything about anything, most of the time when black men have interactions with the police, is because a black woman has called the police on him. So I want to applaud a lot of these white officers. They said they got camera footage, seeing this, her talking about he the black man in this situation, and understanding. And this is just that ghetto mindset. You could look at how her name's spelled. You could look at what type of hair she wear. You could look at her nails. She is nothing but a ghetto hood rat bitch that understands that, hey, I didn't see my grandma do this. I didn't see my mama do this. I didn't see my cousin do this. They all call police on their man, and the man go to jail. So that's what she thinking, because this is what she's seen before. Not knowing a lot of these laws are changing. I keep saying the pendulum has swung so far that a lot of men saying, fuck this, y'all bitches are crazy. Crazy.
This is my first time seeing that footage. That pissed me off. I said, what? Because he didn't even report it. Somebody else reported it, and it's on camera.
Right.
You're in the airport, this probably one of them been with the most surveillance in one central location in the country. It's an airport, post office, correctional facility.
Right.
But the airport, everything, facial recognition, everything is looked at.
I don't even know why she calling his name. The man told you. TSA the one that called us.
Yeah, he didn't even report it, but still was trying to throw him under the bus.
I didn't even call.
I can show you the way he assaulted me, but you look at the video, because it was another video where you saw the assault.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't see that one, did you?
Yeah, I seen it. We played. I think we played.
Oh, yeah, we played that. Yeah, you see her hit him.
Yeah.
And he falls to the ground. And the fact that you tried to play him saying he's the man, so he's the one should go to jail, and then screaming at him as if he's the reason for her going to jail. Yeah, that just pissed me off. Yeah, domestic violence, some things, like I said, are just unforgivable.
I had the video on here. I was gonna play it, but this her getting kicked off the plane earlier. In another
few years ago.
Yeah, a few years
Working
ago.
today.
If you have small
Vacation
handheld
time.
devices, such as cell phones, tablets, and smartwatches, please switch them.
I'm recording me, but you jumped in my video, so I caught you because you jumped in my video. You're harassing me at this point, so I think you should stop. I think you should stop. I think you should stop. You see him, right? Y'all see him, right? Y'all see him, right? Okay. Okay, but I'm sorry. It's not me. Talk to him. No, don't talk to me like that. I'm an adult. Do not talk to me like that. Do not talk to me like that. Tell him to stop. If you do not know what's going on, do not yell at me.
You can stop recording.
No, I'm not going to start recording because I was making a video to myself. I'm going to not start recording. And this video will show what you're doing. So I would appreciate. Who the fuck are you talking to, man? Thank you. Like, no.
And you see, she thought the people was gonna agree with her goofy ass. They didn't even agree with her. They didn't even agree with her dumb ass. Now you did put the fucking phone up. It's crazy when this video comes on. You can hear over the intercom, put your tablets, phones, and all this stuff up. And now you on here talking about I'm recording a video for me. Come on now.
You can't tell these folks what the hell you gonna do when they telling you to put the shit up.
And your video is more important than everybody else's safety. Same reason you hit on your boyfriend, because you feel like what you got going on is more important than what everybody else got going on.
That's narcissism.
That is
what's the word? Not quintessential. What's it?
Yeah, quintessential
narcissism.
Yeah.
Women that say that is narcissism in real time.
Real time.
You said, you got in my video. This the flight attendant.
Bitch, I'm supposed to be walking through the aisle.
How the flight attendant in your video?
Right.
But just going back, well, and again, for him, because we played that Monday.
Yeah.
Was it Monday we played?
Well, him
when he was taking up for her.
Yeah, I got his video.
Now we just saw that. Now play what he said. This after the fact. Now play what he said.
Like, I don't feel as if like she should have been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, people have discussions and emotions and stuff like that. And she had like things that she needed to work on for herself, of course. So do I, so do you, like everybody. And I'm the type of guy, like, I'm in the business of just like extending grace and mercy and love. And I feel as if like I don't try to look at obstacles either. Like, I just look at like situations like this to just like, you know, take a step back, analyze yourself mentally, and then just try to see what you can do to be your best self so that you can move forward, so you can just be the type of person and a human that God needs you to be for his kingdom and for his glory. And so that's kind of how I look at the situation.
Now, as the dynamic that we just saw, I come out and take up for you saying she shouldn't have went to jail after you tried to get me put in jail.
Put in jail.
What?
Right.
So that's why we talked about that. He knows he got him a big fish. He probably ain't gonna never get a woman like this. This is the simp mindset. The one night is this the best I can do. This is gonna be good for my career. Because what I like to do is keep everything balanced. We do got a lot of a lot of emasculated men who use women to try to get on. Mm-hmm. You know, playing boyfriend and all this. Yeah, my girlfriend's 70 years old. I'm 31 though. Come on, dog.
That sharing
old buddy.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Amber Rose ex-husband.
Come on, man. Stop playing with these folks. And this is just to see that, man. This guy, like I said, you don't know what this, because we see a lot of stories of these celebrities that end up on Dirt Nap Records.
Yeah. You
think you getting over something. That's why I say the forgiveness is certain boundaries that if they're crossed, the relationship should be done.
It gotta be over.
It should be done. So that's just my take on that. That's just crazy to see that.
I like I said, it pissed me off to see that, for her to say this out of public and to say it in the police. Tommy Sotomayor say this. He says black women are the right hand of white supremacy. And when You see that video right there. That's indicative of what he said.
You could tell she's culturally and she has an environmental awareness to know if I'm ever in this situation, he the man, so the fault still gonna fall on him, even though I'm the one in the wrong. She just tried to play that dynamic, even though he's the man. Fuck that got to do with you putting your hands on me and me not put my hands on you.
Because we have seen plenty of relationships where the woman is the aggressor or the abuser, because in the Black community, they say combat is mutual, 50-50. It ain't no man just calling out, beating a bitch ass, and she not doing it. No, y'all be in that fight. Like when they interviewed Tina Turner, she said, I didn't beat my ass. We was in that fight. So we got to understand is like, y'all got to look at who Black women are and what Black women have become. They not fucking scared of Black men. They don't give a damn about that. These are the women, the same women that get pregnant by you, leave you, and then and if you don't act like they want you to act, they go whoop your ass with child support. They try to put you in jail. They get the white man on you. And this is what we're seeing. Shakara telling them, he's the man in this situation to nothing but white men around her, white policemen.
Knowing if they was to take on that, you right here, and they was just to go, he can lose his life.
Right.
He can lose his life or get injured or whatever the case may be, simply because of what you did to him.
That's how you know she really don't give a fuck about you. Because all the coming out, George Floyd, all the stuff what we see in malpractice of police and mishandling of Black men, that for you to just throw that on there when we ain't really seen Black women just get killed like that by the police. You know what's going on. You ain't fearful of your life. You just understand. Hey, I'm Shakari. I make this money. I'm on Nike ass. I gotta fly across the country. That's even more stupid. First of all, you already had an incident that I played earlier about you getting kicked out the plane, and nobody agreed with you. With your goof ass should have turned the phone off. But then now you're back in the airport fight. Like, bitch, you don't want this. Like, I don't like some people when they get places they protect it. You work so hard, you gotta protect it, and you out here gonna get on a no-flight zone when you got track meets all across the country.
Stupid, man.
What if you got to go to the Olympics? Good, thank God the Olympics I think gonna be in California next time. But what if you had to go to the Olympics in Australia? You gonna take a boat?
They would have chartered a private. They would have, they would have made a way for her.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
It's sad he don't get it. Like she not rocking with you, dog. You just you're an emotional support. You're emotional support. That's it.
Yeah.
You're not the desired guy.
And basically, that's what she said in her apology.
Yeah. I need this nigga he hold my bag. These luggage be heavy.
Yeah, that's
what
she said. He showed me how to love when I was blind, all this shit. Yeah. And then I told my wife, we was having a conversation, and she didn't get this. I said, I knew Shakara was a shitty person when she got on that interview before she ran a track meet. And she said, oh, maybe it was after she had won or something. She was like, yeah, I just want to thank everybody. Even my biological mama, she just passed away. And I was like, for her to say her biological mother, she letting the world know that her mama wasn't shit.
Yeah, she did, yeah.
She like, well, I didn't, because I kept saying it's like, wow. I said, think about this. We just found out Simone Biles' parents ain't her real parents. We just found it out. When she get on there, get on the podium and thank her parents, she said, I don't want to thank my parents. She don't say nothing about biological, nothing. We just found out that, and that was because they had wrote an op-ed on her, and she, basically telling her life, hey, my mama was crackhead. My mama was crackhead, and these people adopted me.
Yeah.
So that you telling us, hey, even y'all might have your interaction with this person, you got some anger built up. You fucked up inside, so you gotta let the world know. Hey, my biological mama just passed away. She ain't raised me. It is what it is. Like I just said, Simone Biles being raised by these parents, and we did not know these weren't her parents.
That's sad. To see that footage, man. What?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So the next thing we're gonna get into. Y'all make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all share the video.
Giving y'all this quality content. Share, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All the platforms.
Is college worth it? I'm gonna ask that question. What put in the comment section? Put a 1 if you think college is worth it. Put a 2 if you think college isn't worth it. The reason? Go ahead.
Now, this is one of my favorite conversations because I went to college. HBCU, A&M, shout out my alma mater. I love the experience, everything about it. Now, I would argue what I've gained from going to college is priceless. Can't put a number on it, which are the social skills, the bond and the understanding of friendships and adversity and camaraderie. You know, because I like to kind of pride myself. You know, everybody had their ups and downs with friends. You know, you're gonna have fallouts, but for the most part, I can say I got a good group of friends, and they have been there for years. I don't just change. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have problems with people like that. But the education piece and the dream that's sold from college is where I find fault, because college is packaged as if you go to college and your life is just automatically set. You're gonna have you're gonna have the American dream, the picket fence, you're gonna have a good paying job, you're gonna get married, you're gonna do all this, you're gonna go to homecomings and do all of that stuff. That's not how it works for a lot of college graduates. And we're gonna get into some of the data that we're seeing now, which is gonna, I would say in the next 5 years, college is gonna be obsolete.
I would agree.
I think a lot of stuff is going to be broken down.
Well, I don't think it'd be obsolete. I think they're going to have to streamline college. They're just going to have to streamline like all the basket weaving shit, the gender studies, all of those. They're going to have to get out of here.
Yeah. Like when I say college, I'm saying the investment to go to send my kid across town or across the country, 2 states away, moving in the dorm with $3,000 worth of stuff, honey buns and all that, putting your posters up.
Yeah.
That experience is going to become obsolete.
I think so too.
Because we are about to show you some reports. They're saying 4 million.
Yep.
4 million post-college grads are now without unemployment. 4 million, and it's growing.
And they just laid off 300,000 people in the last 2 months.
And you got layoffs, and you got people that can't get jobs and have been unemployed for at least a year or two after graduating college with BS masters. I've even seen a few videos where people had PhD level degrees and they're struggling to find work.
And the idea of people being overqualified for a job too.
That's insane to me. I see that. You overqualified. How you overqualified?
Bitch, I'm trying to get some money. Let me come here and work. And if you find somebody that's qualified under me, then hire them. But you see why I'm here. You know I need some money now. That don't make sense.
Overqualified means you're gonna taint my staff.
Think so?
Yeah.
What you mean by that? They're gonna perform too well?
Because a lot of times, and what you do, you put people in certain environments with other people, is either one or two things gonna happen. They're gonna rise to that level, or they're gonna fall out of the environment because they can't compete. It's gonna be one or the other. There ain't gonna be no symmetry.
So you saying overqualified sometimes mean that you're not gonna vibe well in this environment though?
Yeah, you ain't gonna survive. Yeah. Or I'm gonna be too dominant because if I come in with this doctor and I know people on here or this level of education, I know I already got a level of an advantage over these people. So when I talk to them, I may be speaking life into them. I may be motivating them to a degree. With this person, I've been working here 3 years. I'm about to quit and I'm about to go to college. I'm about to quit and go pursue my dreams. I'm about to quit and go do this. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So
which one did you want to play first? Oprah one or
the application ones? Because people need to see what rate people are applying for jobs.
Graduating college, I would say I've applied to around 200 jobs.
I would say I've applied to about 150, maybe more now.
Some of the interview processes consist of constructing models and valuations. Some of them are pitch decks.
I made it to the final round for one big tech company. Didn't end up getting it. I'm past round 2 for another one, and the other ones I either haven't heard back or just ghosted. Yeah.
It's a story that's becoming more common, and it's being reflected in an unusual new trend in the economic data. As far back as the numbers go, the unemployment rate for recent college graduates has been below the rate for all U.S. workers. But over the past few years, unemployment among recent grads climbed above the rate for the broader population.
This is essentially the first time on an ongoing basis that this has occurred in the 45 plus years that we have data going back to.
Matthew Martin is a senior economist at Oxford Economics.
So really this is pointing towards a lot of people who have that higher educational attainment are actually worse off than many of their peers who have lower educational attainment. That's an interesting dynamic to have in a market where you're told you go to college, you work hard, you'll have a job after graduation. And unfortunately,
$200 job applications, 500. I've seen people say I've submitted 1,000 job applications within a year.
I believe it. I just think about like my brother-in-law talking about searching for jobs. So it was very difficult.
Very difficult, yeah.
It was difficult, and just jobs that could really sustain you to be able to pay your rent, car note, insurance, cell phone, water, lights, Wi-Fi,
livable wages.
Yeah, livable wage, and people think. I know they saying the average was like $50,000. The average salary for a black man like 50.
Yeah, 48, 50, something like that. I think it fluctuates.
Yeah, so that's not a lot of money because you cut that in half. Then what? Rent already $1,000 plus.
And rent is and they broke it down. It's supposed to be a third of your income. It's about 50%.
Yeah, it's no way. Like that. Like we should have been revolted in America by now.
Yeah.
For us to see this, and I keep saying that they keep tricking us with this American dream shit. And if people were smart, they would use marriage to their advantage because the idea, everybody ain't gonna make it, everybody ain't gonna be millionaires, everybody ain't gonna have this grandiose lifestyle where you get some viral content, then you this person are gonna act or gonna make it to the NBA. So I get those things, but sometimes getting to a marriage should be able to help you live a better and more comfortable life. You should use it as a tool more so than you just being madly in love with somebody. Now, if the love come, that's fine, but you should, want to get with somebody. You make this money, I make this money. Let's build it. We can have family, we can have kids. And like I said, I think when people be talking about how people look on paper, I don't think people actually go and check out these things that are pertinent for us to be successful in life, for us to live comfortable. How much money does this person make? What kind of goals they got in 5 years? Where will they be? What they, family look like? How are their parents? If we got into a bind or a jam, will their parents be able to give us some money to get us out? Will my parents be able to give us some money to get out? What kind of game, they giving us? What kind of stuff they gonna be able to hand down or pass down to us or pass down to our children? Like those are things I don't think people actually just look at, because like even like being a married man, I look at like my wife's father. He always talking about like, well, yeah, I got this house, it's paid for, I'm gonna pass it down. And my wife like, well, we don't need a house, we just gonna give it to the kids, or we'll sell it just to get the money to the kids, and that money goes to our children to better them because we don't really need anything. So I don't think people just go down just what the fuck do the grandparents got to offer?
Man, what I'm learning now, like I said, and I just sat back because I think every man need to take some time for himself, and as you get older, it's going to happen anyway. Because adversity is going to come whether you like it or not. When you sit back and just watch it, people are not environmentally aware of where they are, what it's going to take to get to whatever level.
Right.
From a relationship aspect, that you date this chick, you date this chick. It's never no real conversations about what we really want and value out of each other and out of life. It's what can we do to get the most euphoric feeling, whether that's going to be sex, whether that's going to be vacation or trip. Well, a few years ago up until now, I can't go on vacation unless it's a balcony like this. You just want, because you've seen it trending on TikTok, having sex on the balcony, or taking trips with the crystal blue water on the clear boat. It's all for aesthetics. You see what I'm saying? But like you said, something very important, that marriage and these relationships should be used as an advantage. Okay, baby, we're going to consolidate living. We're going to consolidate, food, whatever. However we need to make this work, and use whatever extras to invest and learn how to get out of that. Because I look at a lot of people in my family, and I always ask people this: how many men in your family can you say that's a big dog? I can't say a lot of men in my family, and it's created a lot of rifts to where I don't really want to come around y'all. I've been coming around y'all for so long. I feel a Jaden. On one end, I feel a little bad, like, man, this still your family. You need to go around it. But on the other end, I've been coming around. All we've been doing is eating fucking barbecue and drinking Hennessy
and talking about motherfuckers
and talking about bullshit sports.
Yeah.
We ain't sat at this round table and came up with a plan to get rich yet. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years.
Just think about it. If you and your family came together and said y'all gonna start like real estate fund or some shit like that. Just people in your family. Hey, everybody, we're gonna do this for 2 years. Everybody in the family throw $100 in a month. Everybody in the family, we just do this pot. At year 2, we're gonna say we're gonna go buy this building, build a hotel or something like that. Like you can't get that many motherfuckers to come together, but let somebody die. Everybody at the funeral acting like they were so close to this motherfucker.
Praying and crying.
Right. And let somebody go to jail, coming home party. We throwing a coming home party, but let somebody say they finna go to college and try to better themselves. Nobody want to get no money for no books. Nobody want to pay no money for no out of state fees and dorm fees and helping putting tires on cars so they can get back and forth, or actually put the money together to so they can get back and forth to college to help out. Like I forgot what artist it was, but one of the famous artists now said he went to his family and said, "Hey, y'all give me $100. I'm finna start rapping."
Nardo Witt.
That's who it was. And he said, "Well, like 2 people gave him $100."
Yeah.
And he said he look out for them now.
Yep.
Now I get it. Those are pipe dreams. So let me clarify. I ain't saying just because a nigga say he want to rap, we should just give him money.
Yeah.
But those are just small things where we could just look at, y'all throw money away every weekend.
Take the risk. No risk, no reward. Take a risk, bet on yourself at some point. And like I said, me being a full-time entrepreneur, I ain't nowhere near where I'm headed or where I want to be, but the journey in itself and the fact that I've created something that makes me money that I don't have to get a check for them or wait on Friday to get paid.
Yeah.
It's a feeling that I can't really describe because it came from just a thought. And it really came from losing my job. That's why I say getting fired was the best thing to happen.
Right.
And what I learned, time is the most precious thing. I don't live for the weekend. I look at trips and like, I'm going on Tuesday. I'll be out of town here and there. I haven't went anywhere this summer. It's just been grind. But just when I was traveling, I don't look for a weekend. I don't look for PTO days. I don't look for everything. It's just a rotating cycle. Whether I go on Tuesday or Sunday, that time that you get from investing in yourself and taking that risk is priceless. But college tells you to invest this time 4 to 12 years.
See, college was supposed to be a security blanket.
Yeah,
and the security blanket is not there no more. And that's the thing that you run into. Like I tell people this, I drive trucks and I make more money than most of the people that got degrees around me. Like I can think of and see, like my wife, she's around a lot of people that's degreed and they be talking about money with the whoop, and I just be listening to them. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, man, we ain't tripping on money like that. I was having a conversation with my wife the other day, and I said, hey, baby, we got to start. We spending money. Like, we spending too much money. And this ain't no flexing and like that. Just saying that because we talking about college and stuff like that. Like, there's other avenues to make money. So you can get a skill, you can get a trade, but we were just having a conversation. I was like, babe, probably every weekend, we probably spending $500 just eating out. I said, we got to stop there. I said, we got to be cooking more. I said, we need to cut down more. We need to, eat cleaner, healthier and stuff like that. Teach our kids how to eat better and not spend so much money, because making this money, we need to be able to save this money and invest this money too. And so those are the things when I'm looking at people that's having these college degrees and they like wondering how me and my wife do the things that we do or how we move the way we move. It's like, first of all, we married. So like I'm having these conversations with people that's single. It's like I'm married, and then my wife makes the same amount of money I make. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like these are things that the American dream, the college, the white picket fence, the safety nets, being a PhD, all these titles, all that shit's out the window. I think even content creation, like I think a lot of the content creation shit out the window with AI, all this fake AI shit we seeing.
Yeah.
I think pretty much the content creation shit probably finna be out the window. We don't know what's real or fake. I be sending Chris IG pictures of bad bitches. He said, bro, I think this AI. I'm looking. I think you're right. This might be AI.
It's tricky, man. And now I look at like low overhead, keeping your money. And I follow one guy. He always talk about stacking. That's where I'm at now. Like stacking. And I'm like, damn it. If I would have had that mindset in college, because he said, man, I always had this. And he said his uncle put him on.
Yeah.
I would. That's something that'd be one of the first lessons once my son is able. Hey, do a reserve and have way more than you need money wise. because you can have the shit and all that. Because like I said, I come from the sneaker culture, all that buying the shoes and all that. That's cool when it can translate to money. Because I sold a lot, got my money back, got a little bit more. But for the most part, when you got that money, you can look and say, damn, I got this stash. Yep. I can make this move. I can go this way. I can go this way. While other people still trying to get it and do this to buy bullshit.
I agree.
To show people I was able to. I seen a chick, I see the stores, Louis V wallet, with this to add to my collection. And I list, that's that keyword, add to my collection.
Yeah.
What you mean?
How many do you need?
What? This ain't no collect, because when you're a collector, you have a firm passion and value, and it resonates different, kind of like sports or wrestling. I've been watching sports since I was 6 years old. I've been watching basketball since I was 6. I've been invested in this sport or whatever since this age.
Yeah.
You ain't just no motherfucking Louis Vuitton collector. The more Louis you post, the higher your status is perceived to be amongst your female peers.
That's what it is, all about status. And I think we're starting to see now that so many people are faking status. We get that fake status. I got the fake money. I got the money hold to my ear. Then you find out that's fake. You think that because
the fake jewelry.
Yeah, fake jewelry. All of that. Like you got when you think about where we are in society, social media, the perception of things, nothing is real.
Yeah.
Nothing is real. Bitches fake ass, nails, eyelashes, face, nose.
The
love fake, all of that, and nothing real. AI, social media, hell, most of this shit, money, all of this shit right now. When you get to the understanding, I think, we understand a lot of this shit fake, a lot of this shit pretend. Even when I be watching like Charleston White talk about how he just be faking and playing on the internet and stuff like that, and understand how he got his longevity the way he got it. It pays actually way more money to be fake, to be,
amen.
To be fake and to be not real, even though like I'm just a person that's just believe in morality and just the slow way. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I don't want to ever feel like I had to sell myself short or sell my soul to be somewhere at the end of the day. A lot of people, they can, I don't know. I'm gonna take that back. I was about to say a lot of people, I feel like they can see with themselves, but then we see a lot of people talk about therapy, and then after they go on so long, they crying and talking about all the stuff they did. They don't know who they are and all this type of stuff. So
to add something to that, and I want to say I came across some studies about that, and it was basically showing the mental health issues that people deal with are people that are more in corporate settings or a place where they have to fake who they are.
Yeah,
they can't be. And
we talked about code switching.
That's why I just can't do that. Either it's gonna be genuine or it ain't. It's hard for me to fake fuck with somebody because I could tell who ain't fucking with me like that.
Right.
I ain't mad at you, but I can't do that just to. I gotta kiss ass to get this favor. I know you don't want me in here, but because I'm kissing your ass or I'm providing the service that you need, you will fake the funk with me. I can't do that,
and that's part of, I think, too, what college has done. Will do, like they talk about the indoctrination. It teaches you how to be fake too.
The folks that's putting on the most fakest personas end up with the most mental health issues because it breaks them. They know this is not who they are to the core. So you see the extreme drastic change. Okay, well, I'm trans Yorkie. I got a dog muzzle and all that bullshit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's, man, college and a lot of these institutions that people spend all this time in, you still, once you get out of it, you still spending time to pay it back. Like you look at the college degrees and the student debt. All right, you went to school for 4 to 12 years. Now you got to work 20, 30 years to pay the debt back. So you locked in on both sides. Is almost like entrapment.
It is entrapment, and it should be considered entrapment because why the fuck you got 18-year-olds getting $100,000 worth of debt? How the fuck am I supposed to? I'm going to college to better my life, but you putting a noose around my neck for the rest of my life.
And it's predatory lending. You gonna give me all this money? Well, you can pay it back when you knowing. Now we look at the job market. If everybody was to graduate from these schools that got 20,000 students or 16,000, 30,000, if everybody was to graduate at the same time, you ain't got enough job for all these graduates.
Nope.
You ain't got enough jobs. It ain't enough. It's not enough space in these industries for all these people to get a job. So you already bullshitting and selling people dreams.
That's the sad part about it, and that's why I say I think now if you that college idea of pushing your kids, you better go for a trade, especially as a man nowadays. They talk about electricians, plumbing, HVAC, all of these things that give you a trade, work with your hands, you start your own business and still make the amount of money you can make is endless. When you start your own companies, you get these contracts, you work with building these buildings, and they're always building some shit. They always gonna build some shit, even if they test some shit down and build some new innovative technology. Long as you stay certified, stay up on the who's who and what's new in your industry, you're gonna always make money because you always pay for what you don't know. Y'all remember that you always pay for what you don't know, and that's why they feel as if, because back in the day you could put college degrees in bankruptcy, but they stopped it because they kept saying that when you get a degree, ain't no way for us to get that knowledge out of your head, but you learned the skill now, or got a degree now, and now we can't get it back. Like if you file bankruptcy and we came and got your car, we came and got your house, or we came and got the jewelry or something like that. With a college degree, that's stuff that you learn, I can't come back and get that. So that's why they stopped, putting that in bankruptcy and stuff, because that was the plan. Like a lot of white people, and this is how they do it. When white people do stuff, it's okay, it's cool and shit like that. But when black people get a hold of some shit, we start seeing it's like, the
regulations coming around.
Yeah, the niggas, same thing like with the drugs. Like, one minute, you putting everybody in jail, but now the white people come. Now we got an opioid crisis, and we got to have rehab and all. What?
You got these people sitting in jail for an ounce of weed.
Right.
These motherfuckers over here making billions selling pounds and tons of weed in California,
right,
in Nevada, Oregon, Colorado, and all these other places. This is insane, man. But it's like I said, now with this social media age we're in, is you use it. I always say everything is a tool you use to your detriment or your benefit. Find that market, find you something you can get into that you like doing, learn it, and fill a void, fill a space. Y'all, I see we ain't got this in this area. I could do this. Let me learn this and service this out. Like service-based business and product-based. Your products may not sell right off the bat, but people always need service. So when you provide a good service and good customer service, it may be slow at first, but you're gonna have spikes up and downs like everything else. We've seen a lot of restaurants that serve products close down.
Right.
So everybody ain't gonna be loyal to your product. But for the most part, when you provide a quality service that people need, you're gonna be good.
Let me play this last video and then we will get up on it.
All right.
I hear a lot of Gen Zers saying going to college was a waste of their money.
51%
are saying that.
Yes, 51%.
And what do you want to say about that? Was it?
It's the best money they've ever spent. There is good debt and there is bad debt. I consider education good debt. And even though it costs a lot and that student debt can be with you for a long time, I want to start with just the fundamental idea, which I know you will agree with. You are learning. And that is something that people can never take away from you, ever. The gift of an education is something that is a gift that keeps giving. And so Correct. I really want to make sure we understand the most fundamental piece of it. And I think the smarter person goes through life with better decision-making, better socialization. I could get
better
through all
discipline,
the things.
better discipline.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Having to achieve something like a degree. The worst thing you can do, you go to college, you take on student debt, and you don't graduate. That's the kiss of death. Because you don't have the degree and you have all the debt. It'd be better not to go to college. Because in that situation, you don't have the debt. But if you go and you fall short of the degree, it is
Now you don't have the degree?
Correct. Now, here's the thing about the degree. There is a direct correlation between how much education you get in this society and how much money you make. So if you graduate from high school, you make one amount. You graduate from college,
make another.
You do make more. You get a master's, you make more than that. This is just a fact. I can show you this across all sorts of fields. However, the gap isn't as wide as it was before. And some other areas like trades, the trades jobs also because of scarcity that we've had in this country, they're making really good livings.
Yeah, we're going to talk to some people doing that.
Without going to college. So I just want to say, but even to get to be a member of a trade, you have to have some education.
That's right.
Certification.
That's right.
You have to apprentice. There are
Z.
Yeah, after watching that, I think what she said has a direct correlation depending on what level of education you have. I agree partially. I think now we get to the point now, I don't think none of that's going to matter.
Nah, I think like we talked about this. I think what they're doing with this country is going to consolidate it to where a lot of stuff is going to be null and void. A lot of things we used to do is going to be null and void. Amusement parks. I'm probably going to do some research this weekend and look at how much Six Flags has made.
They was
from
they was talking about going to bankruptcy or something. Just
Six Flags.
Yeah, not too long ago.
A lot of amusement parks. You see the point. I think Disney World. They say Disney World high as shit now.
Oh yeah, remember we used to watch the man talk about how much it cost to take his family to Disney.
Oh yeah.
That was crazy.
Thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So
and I'm gonna say this: if you go to Disney World, you gotta pick a good time because it's no point for you to pay all that motherfucking money and you can't ride shit because there's a million people out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, we took my son last year for his birthday. Trust me. Try to pick a good time. It might be better to go out there in the wintertime with motherfucking bubble coats on because summertime. And if it's gonna be from like 65 plus during any span of time, that's probably the worst time to go to this. I'm talking about we couldn't ride shit, couldn't get on nothing.
And on the weekend.
Yeah. And we're waiting hours to get on rides, waiting hours to get our food. No. It's not. It's not worth it. It's overrated.
Playing the Game podcast. What do you say?
That's Nino.
Nino. What do you say on that?
Interest. Let me see.
That's interesting.
That's an interesting viewpoint with overqualified.
Oh yeah. Oh, you talking about what I was saying about how they're gonna tank the workers? Yeah. It's crazy, man. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of moving parts, and I think what we're doing as a community, Black people, we're waiting on the media to tell us, "Hey, get prepared. Hey, they're doing this to you. Hey, go to war." We're waiting on them to tell us that it's already happening.
That's why we don't have shit because we always waiting.
If we get a panel of women. The next panel of women we can touch on it too this weekend on Monday. I've seen this post floating around before we get out of here. Have you been seeing the post? Doctors are to Black women as to police are to Black men or something like that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I've been saying
we can talk about that this weekend. I got some people want to come in.
That's an interesting conversation, I think.
Talk about this weekend.
I think that is a very interesting and like
I don't believe it, but
I think it's a merit to that argument. I think it's a merit
because I don't want to go too far, but like a lot of Black women talk about malpractice when it comes to birth.
Yeah, right? After birth deaths.
Right, but
or during birth,
yeah, but when you start doing research, a lot of women don't get the proper
the prenatal care.
Yeah, proper prenatal care. You know, I've got 2 kids. We went through it and seen it all. So I'm having conversations. I'm in classes with me and my wife, the only Black people in these classes.
You did speak about that.
So you start when you hear these nurses, they talk about it like, and then I told you I got 2 people close to me, 2 girls, around the same age, 16. Waited till they was 6 months to get their first checkup, and the only reason being because they knew they were showing they had to tell their mama. So you have a lot of stories where these young girls, they not going to the doctor like they're supposed to, waiting 6 months, but now I gotta tell my mama because my belly's still on the show. So you have a lot of that, a lot of I've dated women. Actually, I've dated women as a who your OBGYN? Oh, I ain't got one. What? You ain't go to your pussy doctor?
Yeah, they got pussy doctor. They got one.
Yeah, but that's crazy because I see that a lot. Like I'm asking these questions because I'm a dude and I'm going to get checked up. We don't have to do what they do, but I'm going to get blood work and little stuff like that. Just going. And for y'all to do that not do that as a woman is insane because y'all talk about fibroids. Y'all talk about so much cyst on your bodies and in your vagina. So for you not to do that and not know the health of your stuff, knowing that you might want to have a child later on, give your husband a child, those type of things, that's very important as a woman, especially young. Periods y'all having, if y'all having them heavy, not having them at all, birth control, like women have to go through so much, and that's one thing I will say about them. Women have to go through so much for their body. For you to not keep up with it, it's gonna raise a red flag with me. That's why I don't know. That's why I ain't gonna eat no pussy. But yeah,
It's over with. But I think that's gonna be a good conversation because I've been saying it, and I've been saying the C-section conversation about black women. She was like, I'm not. Every woman I know had a C-section. None of them are having vaginal births now. They putting the blame on the hospitals. So I think that's something we want to unravel and really kind of. I'm just going based on.
I'm gonna tell you what. I just seen a lot of women. You know why they ain't? They want to get a C-section. You know why?
They don't want
to bust that puss open. Come on now. You know why.
But
okay.
I'm just going based upon what
I've heard this. I'm going by my mom. My mom had both of us C-section.
Yeah.
She wanted the C-section.
I was a C-section baby. Yeah.
She told me she asked for the C-section.
See, I didn't know you can ask. I thought it's medically recommended. Hey,
you can ask for a C-section.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's what she said. And then the thing about it is, once you get a C-section, you might have to the child after that might have to be C-section too, depending on how they cut you and depending on how you heal. So sometimes if you get cut a wrong way or it's too deep, I think something about tissue or something like that won't allow the baby to pass through. So
a lot of that tissue probably been destroyed.
Yeah. So
that way you get the saggy oatmeal.
No. That's just from your stomach just being too big.
Okay.
They ain't got nothing to do.
Well, I've seen chicks that get slim, but it'll be like that extra. Yeah, it's skin, but you can tell the muscle mass.
Okay, so I learned this too because my wife had this issue. That's common because they don't wrap their stomach.
Oh, okay.
So when you have a baby, they give you we had a doula too, and our doula knew all this stuff. But they give you a wrap, you put creams on you and stuff like that to heal your stomach and make it go back to where it won't be droopy and stuff like that. Because my wife ain't had none of that. And like I told you, she had a C-section, but she ain't got no scar. Like I be seeing the girls on Instagram and stuff. I can tell they got the C-section scar, and I'm like, why your scar look so bad? My wife don't have none of that. Like
I just seen, it don't. You can barely tell.
You would never tell she had a C-section. Like it ain't no scar, no mark, no nothing. Like it ain't got nothing down there. So it's like I just don't understand. A lot of stuff is not knowing, not having the education. I think when we had those conversations about what you're trying to talk about Saturday, we're gonna talk about that Saturday. Is just lack of education.
I would agree to that.
It's just lack of education, not taking care of yourself, not taking care of your body, and how people move. I know that a lot of women don't take care of their bodies well, just by how they fuck.
I still think it's some type of bias though, because we can see the history of this country who've been doing medical experimentation on Black and brown communities since a long time. So I wouldn't just disregard or discredit that claim. I would still put some type of responsibility on the medical providers and hospitals.
I agree too. I agree to a certain extent too.
Because it's almost like, not to cut you off, I'm intentionally not educating you. I go in here and ask questions because it's like if I come in here, I may not know what questions to ask. I may not know what information to gather. I'm looking at you to like, well, you're this age, you need to be looking out for this, and this. If you don't tell me this, but then I look at the majority of my white counterparts and they're doing just 100% vaginal births. But I would have to kind of see what.
But if you're not in the room, you don't know. They say, "Hey, you need to have a vaginal birth and you need to have a C-section." So the thing is, they come with that's when the discrepancies come in because you can't sit there and say, "Oh, well, you told the white girl to have a vaginal and you telling her to get." You can't say that because I just think about all the women that I know that had C-section. I think it was just a thing, and I've heard so many Black women. I don't want my pussy tore up. I'm just gonna be just honest. My wife, she tore. She had to get like 4 or 5 stitches. My home girl, she had her baby last year before last. She tore. She had to get 6 stitches. She said she had a level 3 tear, like one of the worst tears. Your pussy tear to your asshole.
Rooted to the tooth,
right? So we had these conversations. It's like I get it. Like I've like I said, when a girl said I don't want my coochie, and I see what happened. You feel what I'm saying? I say like I'm down. I caught my son. I got a video of me catching them, and I'm looking like, oh, shit. That's like when Martin told that joke on Run Tell That, talking about his son was messing up the fit when he was coming out.
Yeah.
Hey, that's some real shit.
That's gonna be a good conversation. Make sure y'all tune in Saturday for that.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be back.
But I think, like I said, I think that's something that most people are it's just some of these conversations are very new. They're new to me. And I think the public would like that, the audience. It's just something different that we don't hear every day. You see it and you see these uninformed comments, opinions. Nah, I think this is something that needs a deep dive.
I agree. I think we'll be back Saturday at 8:00.
Let's do 8:00.
And what's the conversation?
Doctors to women the same way police are to black men.
Okay.
I think that's the tagline. I'll figure it out. But
yeah, I think that'd be good for Saturday. We'll have that conversation. I want to tell everybody thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all watching, y'all make sure y'all like the video, make sure y'all share the video, and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We will be back Saturday 8 o'clock, but we do this Monday and Wednesday. Miscellaneous Mondays at 12 o'clock, Outrage Wednesdays at 12 o'clock. And on Saturdays, we try to do a panel if we can get good guests in here on Saturdays at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. So y'all make sure y'all tune in for those. This is the New Normal Podcast, and we're gone. Peace.